Hi, I'm David Dodge. Welcome to Green Energy Futures. The Energy Innovation Fair is coming to Red Deer on October 18th and 19th, and the focus this year is on economic diversification. I've been invited once again to serve as the MC this year. The event has been the source of some of my favorite green energy future stories in recent years. Here's our AI hosts Sarah and Michael of NotebookLM to tell you all about it.
Okay, so have you heard about this Energy Innovation Fair happening in Red Deer? It's coming up soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, October 18th and 19th. I feel like if you're into the future of energy, like especially in Alberta, this is going to be the place to be.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, we actually did a little deep dive into a Green Energy Futures podcast episode, and it sounds pretty cool. Like, pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah, I'm always curious about what's happening in clean energy, and it seems like this event is going to cover a lot of ground.
Totally. So it's all going down at Red Deer Polytechnic.
Okay.
And it's hosted by both the Polytechnic and Rethink Red Deer. I think it's cool they're partnering like that.
Collaboration is key.
Yeah, for sure. So I was picturing it, like the campus all decked out, probably some solar panels, really walking the walk.
Gotta love that. Leading by example.
Exactly. And what their big thing is this year? Economic diversification.
Oh, interesting. That's a hot topic these days.
Right. Like everyone's wondering what's next for Alberta.
Absolutely. Beyond oil and gas,
Yeah.
What's the plan?
Exactly. And they're not shying away from that at all. It's really cool. It's not just about, look at this cool new wind turbine, although I'm sure there'll be some of that.
Got to have the tech showcase.
Of course. But it's about, understanding where energy is going in Alberta and what role everyone can play.
I love that. Getting everyone involved.
Yeah. And they've got a packed schedule. Yeah. Speakers, panels, all the booths, demonstrations, the works.
Oh, wow. So where do we even begin with all that?
Well, it all kicks off Friday night, the 18th, with this Green Gala Awards thing.
Ooh, award ceremonies. Those are always fun.
Right. There's a certain energy to them,
Yeah, definitely. Celebrating the innovators.
Totally. Like the Oscars for clean energy or something.
I love it.
But that's just the beginning.
Oh.
Saturday's where it's at. They've really outdone themselves this year.
Okay, now you've got me intrigued. Tell me more.
Okay, so picture this. Saturday morning session. Maybe you've got your coffee.
Love a good coffee.
Right. And you're listening to Markham Hislop, the energy journalist.
Oh, Hislop. I've heard him on the radio. He's very insightful.
He is, right?
Yeah.
He's really tuned in to what's going on in Alberta's energy transition.
Yeah, he really cuts through the noise and gets to the heart of the matter.
Yeah, and he's talking about, get this, new energy investment opportunities in Alberta.
Okay. So not just your typical wind and solar spiel.
No.
Now that is fascinating. Those are the kinds of innovative solutions we need to be talking about.
I know, right?
Out of the box thinking. I like it.
And that's just Hislop. He's like the tip of the iceberg. They have whole panels on economic diversification.
Really?
Yeah. One in the morning on policy.
Okay.
And then one in the afternoon that's all about real world examples. Like boom, boom. Information overload in the best way possible.
I like the sound of that. A 1-2 punch of knowledge.
Exactly.
Talking about real world examples. John Murray Rober, he's going to be there from Nate.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about his work with heat pumps, right?
We did. Yeah, he's awesome. And you know what? He's going to be with some people from Daycon. They make heat pumps.
Oh, cool.
So you can actually see the tech in action.
Right.
Which I think is so cool about this fair. It's not just people talking about stuff, but you can actually get up close and personal.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. It's one thing to hear about it, but to see it, that's the real deal.
Right. Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're highlighting some cool community projects too, like the Metis Nation of Alberta is going to be there. They're talking about their climate action plan.
Oh, wow. I'm glad they're getting that platform, Indigenous communities are really leading the way on this stuff.
Totally, yeah.
Combining traditional knowledge with new tech is pretty amazing.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it's not just them. The town of Raymond, they'll be there too.
Oh, really? What are they up to?
Yeah. They're going to be talking about how they're trying to hit net zero in all their municipal buildings.
Ambitious. I like it.
I know, right? It's cool to see what's possible.
Definitely. Yeah, it makes it real.
Totally. And, it's not all about communities. There's a whole business and investment angle too, which, that's kind of your jam, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Money makes the world go round, as they say. Got to figure out the economics of all this.
Right. Exactly. So the Business Renewable Center will be there. They're going to be talking about how, what's the potential of renewable energy economically, which, of course, they can't really talk about that without talking about
the elephant in the room, the moratorium.
Exactly.
The solar moratorium. Yeah, that's been a whole thing.
I'm really curious to hear what they have to say.
Yeah, what's their take? What do they think needs to happen next?
Exactly. And then there's the Innisfail Energy Innovation Center.
Okay, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing some interesting work.
They are. And they're showing off some of that like solar and waste to energy and all sorts of cool tech.
That's what I like to hear. A little bit of everything.
I know, right? They're really covering it all at this fair.
Yeah.
Oh, and okay, get this. The innovation doesn't even stop there.
Okay, now you've got to tell me.
Closing keynote.
Okay, yeah.
Michael Kerr from Alberta Innovates.
Okay.
He's going to be talking about advanced hydrocarbons.
Advanced hydrocarbons? What's that all about? I've never even heard that term.
So instead of just thinking about oil and gas just as like fuel,
Okay.
think about making stuff out of it
Yeah.
or using it for other things.
Interesting.
Like new materials, things like that.
So not just burning it up.
Right. It's like looking beyond just the simple stuff.
That's interesting, especially in Alberta, finding new uses for what we've got.
Right.
It's like bridging that gap, right? Like moving towards cleaner stuff, but also recognizing that oil and gas, it's not going anywhere overnight.
Exactly. And okay, if you like to get your hands dirty, which I know you do.
Oh, yeah. I'm all about hands-on.
We have a whole section for that, like hands-on technology.
How better? What kind of stuff are we talking about?
So remember we were talking about agrivoltaics.
Yeah.
You can actually see it
No, yeah.
at the fair. SunCycle Farms is going to be there. They're showing how they're combining like farming, grazing animals, and solar energy all in the same space.
Wow. That's making the most of the land, that's for sure.
It's so cool.
Multi-purpose, I like it.
And if you're into EVs,
Love me some EVs.
Scottsville Group's going to have a bunch of them there.
Oh, cool.
Like buses, bikes, all sorts of stuff. Stock Subaru too. Remember we talked about them?
North America's first, what was it, passive house car dealership?
Yes. They were so cool.
That was a great episode.
It was. It's like they really do have a bit of everything at this fair.
It sounds like it. So much going on. It seems like more than just an event, It's like the snapshot of where things are going with energy.
Totally. And the fact that they're putting so much emphasis on the whole economic diversification thing.
It's crucial.
It shows it's not just about like, let's be good to the environment. It's about like, this can actually be good for business. It can be good for communities.
Sustainability and prosperity, and they can go hand in hand.
Exactly.
So important to show that, especially here.
Yeah. Oh, hey, speaking of like bringing people together, what about just like the networking aspect?
Right. Networking is huge, especially at these kinds of things.
Yeah, for sure. And they usually have this thing, it's called the Green Drinks Social.
Okay.
And it's like before everything kicks off, so you can just kind of chat with people, have a drink, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, those are always good.
It's chill.
Yeah,
This year, though, they're doing the Green Gala Awards on Friday night instead.
Oh, okay. So a little fancier.
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, still a good chance to meet people.
Yeah, for sure. Probably even better for that kind of thing, actually, if you want to like really connect with people.
Totally. So, I mean, having looked at all of this, what are you most excited about from, the stuff we talked about from the Green Energy Futures episode?
Honestly, it's that they're really hitting it from all angles. Like, you've got these big conversations happening, policy, investment, all that. But then they're bringing it down to earth, too, showing the actual tech,
right?
Highlighting what communities are doing. It's that mix for me.
Yeah.
That's what makes this one stand out. Like, I really think no matter who you are, you're going to come away from this feeling, hopeful about the future.
Yeah. It's like energizing in a way.
Exactly. Energize. And I think the fact that they're making that link with economic diversification, that's huge because it shows this isn't just about being green. It's about like a real future.
Totally. It's about opportunity.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, basically what we're trying to say is if you're even a little bit interested in where energy is going, this is the place to be.
Don't miss it.
October 18th and 19th. Red Deer. Mark your calendars. And as you're going about your day, think about this. What role do you want to play in all of this? In Alberta's energy future? Maybe we'll see you there. And in the meantime, check out GreenEnergyFutures.ca for all the details. Until next time.
This has been a Green Energy Futures Deep Dive with our AI hosts Sarah and Michael from NotebookLM. Learn more in episode 386 at GreenEnergyFutures.ca. Subscribe to our audio podcast or our video podcast on YouTube. For Green Energy Futures, I'm David Dodge.